episode, and in this episode, I want to talk about Instagram's Meta AI. In other words, artificial intelligence now that is built within your Instagram app. Have you tried it? Can you use it for your art marketing on Instagram? Absolutely. In this episode, I'm going to tell you a little bit of what I have done with it, what I have discovered, and what it can also do for you. So welcome to Breakfast with Sergio again. Today I'm drinking here my matcha, but before I start drinking that, I've been playing with Instagram Meta, and for those of you who haven't tried it yet, Instagram now has a built-in artificial intelligence chat, just like ChatGPT, but within your Meta app. Within your Instagram app. You don't have to go elsewhere in order to use it. So it's all built in, and maybe you already have it, maybe you don't have it yet. Instagram usually doesn't release new features to everybody all at the same time. Sometimes it takes a while for everyone to get it. I had it already for about a couple of weeks, I think, or so. I've been testing it on and off, and I've been actually trying it quite a bit more to really see what it can do for me on my, on my art marketing, the things that I do on Instagram and such. And I found quite some really interesting things, and I want to give you a couple tips that you can use also for your Instagram that I have learned here with the Meta AI as I've been testing it. So I think these are really good things that you can try as well on your own, that you can check them out and see what you can do. Now, if you don't have that feature yet, you will need to probably update your app. Make sure that you go to your app store and update Instagram. Make sure that it's up to date so that you have access to the Meta AI feature. And the way it looks like is when you are on Instagram, at the very top, when you do a search, let's say you're going to do a search for anything on your Instagram, you have the little search button at the bottom. You can, click on the search, and at the top it will say search on Meta AI. That is your artificial intelligence new feature. And once you start chatting with it, the moment you ask it something, you will also have in your messenger, a Meta AI. So you'll see one here at the top, Meta AI, which means I can now actually use it, which I prefer to use it from my messenger, because I can then go there and I know where it's at, than trying to every time go to the tab on my search box. Where usually when I go to my search feature, it's because I'm searching for certain videos, or I'm searching for certain hashtags or certain people. So I kind of like to use it directly from my messenger app, because as I use it more and more, it's always towards the top. So for example, things that you can do with it, something as simple as, what's today's weather? So it will ask you, where are you at? And then it will give you today's weather, right? But you can also do a lot more than that. You can ask it just about anything, just as you would ask ChatGPT, for example, any questions that you may have, who are the top artists of the Renaissance, anything that you may want to ask about art or not art, or, general information. But also what I like about it is that it can help you generate images, and it can help you search actually for content that's already on Instagram, which I thought to be quite interesting as well, because it's within Instagram. It can find things that you're looking for. For example, I asked it to find me some recipes, and it actually did, and it recommended certain videos, reels, with the recipes I was looking for. So I thought that was kind of clever, and I thought that was quite useful for me as well. And then I even asked it to find me some videos of Breakfast with Sergio. So on that one, it had a hard time doing it, because it couldn't find, exactly Breakfast with Sergio videos. So what I did is, I said, okay, try with the hashtag Breakfast with Sergio, and it actually found recommended videos of Breakfast with Sergio that are on my Instagram already, as part of the answer, which I thought that was pretty good. So if you want to see what recommends you of my Breakfast with Sergio videos, so you just tell the Meta AI on your Instagram, find me Breakfast with Sergio videos, but use hashtag Breakfast with Sergio. And that is pretty cool. I also asked it to find me some videos about soccer, which I was looking for, and it found me some really good ones. But also, here's what I really wanted to share with you. It can also generate images for you. So for example, if you may be looking for an image that you want to share, as well, and it's an image that is generated by AI. I ask it, for example, to create an image of an art studio with the words, let's go to work. So for example, let's say I wanted to create an inspirational post today with an artist studio in the background, and that's what it did. It actually created one for me, it's right there. And it actually did a pretty good job. It did a pretty good job on doing that, and it actually put the words "let's get to work" on top of the image. Now, once you create an image on the Meta AI, you can also click and hold on that image, and then you can retry again. You can ask it to also, you know, try it again, and you can give it some, like, edit the prompt, in other words. So for example, you can say, what I did is I clicked and hold on that image, and I said, okay, try it with a bigger studio with abstract paintings. And it did. You know, it then regenerated a totally new image with a much bigger studio with bigger abstract paintings. And there it is. It actually did a pretty good job with it. And then I even asked it, okay, let's try again, but now let's get to work inside one of the paintings. And it did. You know, it actually did a bigger studio with the words, let's get to work inside of a painting. I don't know if you can actually see it there, but it's here. So, you know, it allows you to do, you know, continue reimagining or, you know, recreating the image, you know, by just giving a new prompt. So then I clicked and hold again. I said, okay, now let's make the paintings monochromatic. So it doesn't actually take the previous image and just edits it, but actually gives you a whole new image using the same ideas that you had prompted before, but now with a new edition. So for example, it gave me another big studio with big paintings, were all abstract, loft style studio, but then it made the paintings monochromatic instead of being very colorful. And then I asked it, for example, to imagine, you know, paint brushes with wings, and it gave me an image with that. So this could be useful in some ways. Another thing that you can do is on anything that the AI responds to, either it's an image or the text, you know, you can click and hold, and you can actually share it to your stories. Right from there, you have an option to share to your stories. If it's a picture, you have an option to also download the picture right into your phone so that you can use it as well in anything that you want. But then I said, okay, you know, that's fun and dandy, but, you know, I wanted to use it more, you know, use this AI more for my art marketing. Can it actually do it? And it actually did. So I asked the Meta AI if it can help me with my art marketing, and I asked it to help me out, you know, to write captions, and it says yes, absolutely. So I asked ChatGPT the following, which I think this is the part that I think is going to be really important for everyone. If you want to try this, I asked it, if I tell you about my art, can you remember it for future prompts so that you can help me and assist me in my marketing? That was the question. And the answer, I'm going to read the answer that the chat Meta AI gave me. It says, I would love to learn more about your art and remember it for future prompts. I don't have personal memory, but I can store information about your art in a virtual notebook that I can access during our conversations. That's pretty cool. This way, I can provide more tailored assistance and suggestions for your marketing efforts. Please share details about your art, such as. So then it gave me a list of things it wants to know about me so that it can help me create better marketing prompts. So for or captions, you know, for my art, or anything that I ask him to help me with my art. So it asked me, tell me about your medium, themes or subjects you explore, the style or movement you identify with, any notable inspirations or influences, and your artistic goals and aspirations. The more information you share, the better I can assist you. So if you do this, my friend, if you do this prompt, you know, if you tell Meta AI, hey, I'm an artist and I need you to act as a marketing expert and help me with my captions as I move forward, what information do you need to know from me so that you can help me out? So it will then give you, kind of like this, a list of things that once you answer those questions, then from that point forward, it can, you know, Instagram, Meta AI chat can help you with the answers, can help you with your marketing. So once you give it all that, and what I suggest, you write it yourself so it knows your style of writing and how you talk, and then from that point forward, it can help you out. So for example, the way I would use it after that is, let's say I'm doing a caption for a new painting. So I can say, okay, based on what you know about my art, I would like to create a new post about a new painting that is inspired on such and such and such. So it will use what you give it, but it will also, access that previous information that you have in order to create a nice caption that comes from your thoughts. In all these chats, GPT and all this artificial intelligence, the more information it has about you is the more accurate it will be, which is very different if you say, hey, can you help me create a caption about my art? Well, it's just gonna come out with some random generic information, but it's nothing of what you said, nothing of your thoughts and your ideas. I've always found that in all these chats and all these artificial intelligence platforms or applications, always the more information I give it with my own words, with my own ideas, then it just helps me to articulate them better so that I can communicate better to my audience. And I found that always to be very useful. And of course, you can always, as you get a generated prompt, or response, you can click and hold, copy it, paste it in your description, and edit it as you wish, right? Nothing is written in stone that it cannot be edited. I always find myself editing responses that it gives me when I'm gonna use them. Why? Because I'm looking for the main idea, for the structure, but there are words that I would never use. There are things that I would never say. There are things that I would prefer saying them in a different way, but I customize and make it my own. But it's really good about helping you generate ideas, helping you generate things that otherwise perhaps I wouldn't have thought about. But because it knows a lot about my art, because I have primed it, right, with my information, then it is actually accurate. And I would always think like, oh wow, I didn't actually think about connecting this, with my art statement, for example, which, by the way, you can copy your art statement and you can give it to it so that it can, also pull information from there as you work on your Instagram caption. So thank you, my friend, for watching. Hope this video is useful for you. Thank you for joining Breakfast with Sergio today. If you try, Meta AI on Instagram, let me know how you like it. Let me know in the comments how you like it, how you're using it, what's it doing it for you. We'd love to hear that as well. And have a good day. My friends, don't forget to subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed just yet. And you can check out my weekly videos as well as the Breakfast with Sergio streams that I'm now doing Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. Have a good day. Goodbye.